Hello, this is Ned, a manga artist and creator. So let's say you have done the big work of making your manga, and now you want to find the perfect place of publishing it somewhere so your readers can easily find it. There's a few places on the internet that you can do this for free, and there's others that you can actually earn from. Starting off with the most popular website is Webtoon. Webtoon is a great website for publishing your manga or webcomics, and the good thing about it is that it has a large viewer base of like 155 million viewers at this point. Webtoon was one of the first comic sites that introduced the comic scrolling format. If your comic is in a page format, don't fret. It just means that you might want to separate the panels and then stack them in a scrolling format, which might take a bit of time, but it's not impossible, and it's still easy. The other thing about Webtoon is that usually the comics in there are in color. It doesn't really have to be that way. It can be monochromatic as well, but usually it's in color. If your manga is in black and white, it might not do as well as those in color, but it doesn't do bad either way. It's just that you're fighting with the attention of all those other colored comics. Another great thing about Webtoon is that you can earn from it. You can make a living, and there's a lot of other creators that do actually make a living out of it. Personally, I haven't, even though I have published a manga in there, but it didn't really do that well. It was a fan comic and I didn't earn anything from it. There's a few requirements that you have to meet before starting to earn something from Webtoon, and that's having 40,000 monthly views on your Webtoon and a set number of subscribers in it, which I obviously didn't achieve. My Webtoon had like 140 subscribers, I guess, followers, I don't know what they call. But yeah, I think if you do great marketing for Webtoon, you can join these subreddits, Discord channels, and comic channels that do promote a lot of comics, and you can go there and just promote your Webtoon. It might reach that requirement pretty quick. I don't know how much people earn from it, but I think some people do make a great living out of it. Another manga publishing website is Manga Plus. Now this is specifically for manga, but it also has that scrolling format. You can decide if you want either the page format or the scrolling format. Now Manga Plus is great, but for me it wasn't really the best option. I did publish like 3 years ago, I did publish my manga there for like 4 chapters, and then I choose not to because I wanted to improve. However, it did do well, but it didn't have a large viewer base just like Webtoon does, and it also doesn't have ways that you can earn from it. The only way you can earn from it is that, I don't know if there still are, but there used to be monthly rewards for the manga that did well and scored in first place or in 10 first places. I never scored in first place, so I never really got that reward. The only way to get a few readers in there is to actually have a pre-built audience for your manga, which is not bad, and if you have a large following in Instagram or other social media, then it might do well on Manga Plus. However, for me, it wasn't like the best option. Another place where you can publish your manga is Global Comics, and people really praise this website. I really haven't used it, but I really wanted to try it in the future. It has this cool feature where you can read panel by panel. So if you have that small panels and then the big ones with the big reveal, then it's great for showing that to the reader, because the reader only can read one panel at a time. There's a few ways you can earn from Global Comics. That is gold subscriptions, where the readers buy unlimited reading subscriptions, and then those earnings go to the creator as well. Early access and donations, and digital download sales. And another thing to mention about Global Comics is that it doesn't only have indie comics, but also really popular ones. And I'm seeing that it has comics from Dark Horse, DC, I don't know if it has from Marvel, but like really different site compared to Webtoon and other manga related sites. It is worth mentioning that websites specifically made for manga and comics don't have to be your only option. You can even choose to post your manga on social media, just like Instagram or TikTok. Instagram and TikTok allow images to be posted in there, and it's a great way to start. If you don't want to deal with all the webtoon and other sites, then you can just start from Instagram. I've seen a lot of popular artists that do these small comics and then they post them on Instagram, and they actually do really well. In Instagram, you have the option of carousel images, and they have a better chance of getting more readers and viewers than those single images post. One comic that I discovered from social media, precisely Pinterest, was The Little Trash Maid. I really love the art of it, and I first discovered on Pinterest, and the creator of this comic also posts parts of the comic on Instagram as images that you can read straight from Instagram. They have almost like 1 million followers on Instagram, and they might have more in all other social media. But the downside is that you don't have a direct way of earning from your comic. However, in TikTok you can actually earn straight from the site if you have a lot of viewers in your videos. So either way, you should try these methods out. But instead of posting your manga in different sites and social media, I would also suggest, if you have a one-shot, specifically a one-shot, I would suggest you participate in manga contests, such as Silent Manga Awards or Kyoto Awards. These are the two I know, but there must be more. However, these are great ways to start your manga journey. If you want to become a professional manga, like work for the big names, then I would suggest starting from here and creating a lot of one-shots, improving yourself in storytelling and also art. Starting with silent manga auditions, every year there's a new prompt, a new theme that you have to follow for your manga, and specific requirements for your one-shot. The main idea of silent manga auditions is that you should create a one-shot completely with no words. Your story should be told with only actions and panels and no dialogue. If you do include dialogue, then you are immediately disqualified from the audition. The great thing about silent manga auditions is that for each participant, they give feedback to the participant. So if you don't have a good line work, or if you have something that you're struggling with, they're going to point it out and maybe even advise you on how to fix it. I haven't really gotten any advice, and I don't know if they're really useful, but I really wanted to try participating in it. I even made like a 10-page, 11-page one-shot for SMA, but I ended up not finishing it because the whole idea of having boundaries that you shouldn't use dialogue was really hard. And I think it's a great way to improve your storytelling because it's all about showing and not telling the reader. Overall, I would suggest, if you have a small one-shot, your one-shot can be from 10 pages to even 30 pages. I don't know, there's a few requirements that you have to keep in mind for SMA. Another great way to participate in these contests is Kyoto Manga Awards. Now, this is the one that I really wanted to participate this year and the last year. Last year I even made my manga in one shot, but then I couldn't submit it because I was a bit late. But this year I did, and I know I'm not gonna win anything, but it was worth trying anyway. But unlike SMA, they don't include like personal feedback, so don't expect any feedback from that. For the last option, where you can post your manga, your publish your manga, I left kind of the most important one, because this one isn't free. This one actually includes a bit of investment, but I think it's a great investment for those who want to take making comics and manga professionally. So this is the path I chose, and that is creating your own website. I chose to create my own website and have every creation of mine in that website, and the people that go there can either see my illustrations completely not related to my manga, or read my manga, or my blogs, because I also do blogs in there, and I could just promote every social media in there. It's a great way for you to have a portfolio and just having your own website makes you seem more professional. I just finished my one-shot, so I'm gonna publish it there soon. But I also have a manga, fully finished manga in there, so go check it out. There isn't a... The bad thing about this is that it costs. It did cost me some money, and you don't earn from it. And also, they don't have a pre-built comment section. I'm hoping I could fix that in the future and have my own comment section so you can leave comments. But for now, it's just the bare minimum. It's just showcasing, and it really does its job really well. So go check it out. So that was it for this video, and I really hope this video helped you to have a little bit of a better understanding in these sites and how they differ from one another. If you have more questions, please leave them down below and I might try to answer in the next video. Anyway, have fun and keep creating. Bye!